T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Ed Jones messed with the wrong melon farmers. Thug life.
And here we go.
I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart, hell.
This is as far as you go. No more.
Hello, Sydney. Are you God damn me.
Wish I had you all alone, just the two of us.
As a child, my mother would warn us of Baba Yaga, a powerful demon who would possess and devour souls of men.
Rid yourself of your pain. Find burden your soul any further.
Peter Collymore is in the house tonight. Let's make some fucking noise.
He's dead!
Collymore.
Say it now! It's time. Give it to me! You are in good hands. No! Sooner or later, even a good man has to choose evil.
Ooh, baby. 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 Ooh, baby.
Let me go ahead and bring this down so I can start the show. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Once again, I am Michael, and today it's Sunday horror hangout time. We got another bracket tournament. With me on Sundays, as always, is Mad Matt from Mad Matt's Mask. What is up, my man? How you doing today?
What's up, Michael? What is up? What is up, everyone in the chat, man? It's been a fantastic weekend, Michael. We got to talk a little bit at the booth. Got to see a lot of good people. Tim Pumpkin, James, The Shape. Just a fantastic dude. This whole laugh thing, man, has really got me on board, dude. Some creepy ass characters in there, dude, and it's got me dying to see this film. Man. But yeah, dude. Michael, you have something really interesting in store for us tonight.
I do.
We're talking franchises as a whole.
Yes.
And I'm going to allow you, obviously, it's your show. I want you're going to explain a little bit more in detail, but we're not, going into characters, paranormal or slashers. We are doing franchises as a whole. It's something I've never really got into. I'm stoked, man. I'm always glad to be here. I freaking love you guys. What's going on, man?
Yeah, man, we'll definitely get into that, and I'll explain to everyone exactly, what we're looking at, how to measure, who wins and who doesn't, and of course, it always comes down to like what you like. That's what I always say on the show, man. You like what you like. But before we get into all that, let's see all these great people that we have here with us tonight, and let's go ahead and say hello to them. Jerry Wilson in the chat saying, let's get it. Hello, Michael and Matt. Please smash that like button or hit that like button or whatever you do to that like button. Make it like. That helps.
What's up, Jerry?
More than you guys know.
Got to see Jerry this weekend and Gina and little Jerry. That's awesome, dude. It's always great to see you guys at the shop, man. What's up?
Oh, yeah. Sarah Campbell is in the chat as well saying, hey, friends, what's up, Sarah? I hope you're having a great week. Always good to see you here. Russell Dorsey is in the chat as well saying, what's up, everyone? I smashed that like button. I hope everyone is having a wonderful night. Happy Sunday, everyone. Let's have some fun. Smash that like button if you haven't already. It helps the channel. Russell, you are the man, my friend. I hope you had a great week this week. How you doing, my friend?
Not a show without you, Russell. What's up, buddy?
And Sarah's also reminding, don't forget to subscribe to Michael and Eric's podcast, The Silver Screen Banter, and she provides the link below. Yes, check that out. If you like movies in general, not just horror movies, and you'd like to see, some of my opinions, some of Eric's opinions on movies outside of horror, check out The Silver Screen Banter. It's in podcast form, so we are not on the screen. But it's definitely good to listen to, like in the car if you're driving or something like that. So yeah, thanks for putting that up, Sarah, and go ahead and go over and check that out if you guys haven't yet. It's really fun to do. Lydia's in the chat as well, saying "Heidi ho, officers." What's up, Lydia? Hope you're having a great week.
Howdy ho, Lydia.
And Val from Val's
props to
Views.
Lydia. She was a great help this weekend at the booth. I'm sorry, guys. Just props to Lydia. She is an amazing help, and it's good to see you on here.
Okay. Val's from Val's Views is in the chat. The General is in the chat, and the General always gets a salute from Movies and Beyond. Val is saying, welcome to the channel. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video out on your social media. Hit the bell icon to get notifications of new videos and upcoming streams. What's up, Val?
Welcome, Val. What's up, Val?
Let's see. Trying to get everybody here. And James has entered the chat. The Shape is in the chat saying, hi, everyone. I hope you had a good day. What is up, James? Always good to see you on here, my friend. I hope you are doing well.
It is. And speaking of like just, help around the shop, that's another one right there. James, you were always an amazing help, dude. It's always great to hang out with you, and I love seeing you on here. What's up, buddy?
Let's see. Mr. Rick is in the chat as well saying, good day. Really enjoy the brackets. I'm going to throw my pick out now. Child's Play. I don't think it gets as much love as it should. Mr. Rick, when I call for them, mention that again, because you guys have been talking for a while and I've still got a lot to go through, and I want to make sure I don't forget that. But I will let everybody know when it's time to throw those out. But
I actually have a feeling that Child's Play is going to be a big player here. That's just speculation, but yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's see. I've got a bunch of starred messages up here that I have to go through here. Sarah Campbell has gifted a Movies and Beyond membership. Sarah, thank you so much thank you. You have no idea what that means to me, for you to choose to invest in this channel. Thank you so much. Russell Dorsey has done the same and gifted 1 Movies and Beyond membership. Russell, you are the man, my friend. Thank you so much. You have no idea how much I appreciate you guys gifting memberships. Thank you. Jerry Wilson has also gifted 2 Movies and Beyond memberships. Jerry, dude, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you 100 times. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jerry. You are the man, sir. Val has thrown a $2 super chat saying, congrats on 3.04K, a 5K party coming soon. Thank you so much, Val. But you know how I am with this stuff. It's all of us. It's all it's all of us.
Congrats, Michael. Congrats,
thank
man.
you.
And Val, thank you for that. And even back to Jerry, like, dude, Jerry is a massive supporter, dude. And it's just incredible, man. Thank you both. And congrats, Michael. I think it's fantastic, dude. Fantastic.
Thank you. But like I always say, the channel would be nothing without all of you. So let me thank you guys for 3,000. And yes, Val, we will do a 5K party. I promise. We will do a 5K party. Russell Dorsey has also donated $2, and he said, I gotta ask, what mask is that for Matt? What are you rocking there, Matt? What do you got on your face there?
Dude, I am so glad that you asked. This is one of my favorites, guys. Like, it's creepy as all get out. I love creepy. So this mask is called the Banshee. This is the Banshee, and it is from I want to say it's a very underground film called The Terror of Hallows Eve. And it was like taken off the market and then it was put back on. But yeah, it's the Banshee from the Terror of Hallows Eve. And Trick or Treat no longer makes them, so I was glad I was able to get one. They're just freaking sinister, man. They're sinister. So yeah, thank you. I'm glad you like it. It's but yeah, it looks cool as shit. So here I am. Yeah, man.
And those are words straight from Mad Matt's mask.
Well, what's cool about that too, though, like if any of you guys like want something like that I'm wearing or something, especially that's been discontinued, like I'll try my damnedest. Like, I love you guys. I'll try so hard to get it in your hands. Like, if they maybe have one more or something like that I can grab or something, just reach out, let me know, man. It's always cool to get that stuff that's been discontinued that nobody can get again. So for sure, yeah, this is called the Banshee, man. So yeah, it's just wicked as hell.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. Let's see what we have here. Michelle Guzman has gifted 5 Movies and Beyond memberships. Michelle, thank you so much. You have no idea what that means to me. Again, you guys are fantastic. Michelle, thank you a million times. Thank you so much for choosing to support Movies and Beyond. You're fantastic. Thank you. Clayton from Ages of Film has thrown down $10 as well with the super chat saying congrats on 3K, Michael. Keep kicking it, bro. Dude, Clayton, thank you so much, my friend. And if you guys haven't checked out Ages of Film yet, you guys should know by now. Check that shit out. It is dope. Clayton over at Ages of Film, he knows what he's doing over there. Go over there and check his stuff out. And Clayton, thank you, my friend. It means the world to me. Thank you 100 times.
Yeah, what's up, Clayton? And like, yeah, Clayton, man, from what, dude, this is Michael's jam. But from what I see that you guys, from what you guys do, you're gonna be right there, dude. It's just a matter of time. Like, just keep doing what you're doing, dude. You're fantastic. My parents have both freaking reached out to me and they're like, dude, that Clayton guy is really freaking cool. And they just tell it like it is, dude. So like when it comes from them, it's freaking for real. But dude, we love you. Michael, I know has your back. You're gonna do great things, brother. So you're gonna do great things, man. It's just a matter of time. Michael, you know that. So yeah.
Teresa Stevens is in the chat, aka Mad Mom, saying hello everyone. Happy Sunday. I hope you all had a great weekend. What's up, Teresa? I hope you had a great weekend too.
Yeah. Hello, mother. Always great to see you on here. Always.
Michelle Guzman is in the chat, and she freaking awesome. Before I even got to her name, she gifted 5 members. Thank you so much, Michelle. Welcome. Always glad to see you here. Chris Davis is in the chat as well, saying hi all. Hope everyone had a good weekend. What's up, Chris? Chris has been hanging out with us on Paranormal Fridays, man. And dude, Matt, they're trying to get me to go to Waverly Hills. You know what? I'm not going to bring that up too much tonight. But Chris was one of the people that was
I'm there. I'm there, dude. If you go, I am there. Lydia as well. Lydia and I, we are there, dude. We are there.
Oh, dear God. Let's see.
No, I'm not saying I'm not going there being careful, dude. I'm not going there, just saying like whatever, dude. I'm going there watching my freaking back, dude. I don't play with the paranormal, Michael. I respect it. It makes me enjoy it, but I respect it. I respect it, dude. Like, I'm not trying to have some shit come back with me, bro.
I'm not trying to live a paranormal movie. That's what I'm trying not to do that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, like, so I'm cool with it, but dude, precautions. Take precaution.
And Jerry Wilson is gifted another Movies and Beyond membership. Jerry, thank you so much, my friend. And Clayton has come through and gifted 5 Movies and Beyond memberships. You guys are fantastic, man. All of you guys. I love all of you guys. Thank you so much. Oh my God, dude. You guys are fantastic. Thank you. Let's see. Melissa, the wild card in the chat saying Thug Life. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, Melissa?
Can I just speak? Can I just like go off record and speak for everyone real quick? Is the horror community not the best damn community out there? Like it is, in my opinion, man. Like, dude, you guys are freaking fantastic, and I absolutely love it. So,
oh yeah,
to the horror fans out there, bro.
I love the Movies and Beyond family. Like that's what y'all have made this channel. Y'all have made it a family, and thank you for that. Jeff D'Angelo is in the chat as well, saying hello everyone, happy Horror Sunday. What's up, Jeff? I hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you're doing well.
That's another great supporter, man, of the channel, of my booth. Like that, dude. What's up, Jeff? Great to see you, my man. Great to see you, buddy. Let us know if Kaylee's on. If not, we'll catch her next time, buddy. But we love Kaylee just as much as you, man.
Darian Lowe is in the chat as well, saying, "Hi guys, looking forward to the show tonight." What's up, Darian? I hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you're doing well.
Oh, Darian, dude. Michael, Darian is a really, really good friend of mine. And he actually got a chance to stop by the booth, pick up a t-shirt to support Mad Matt's mask. And it was his first time in the booth. I'm so glad he got to see it. Darian, man, I'm so glad I got to see you this weekend. Welcome to Movies and Beyond, man. What's up, buddy?
Oh yeah, man. Welcome. Welcome. Tim Pumpkin's in the chat too, saying, yo. What's up, man? What's up, Tim?
What's happening, Tim? What's happening? Got to see Tim as well, man. Like, no wonder I had such a good weekend, dude. Like, all my friends are showing up. You, Michael, dude. Like, what can a guy ask for, man? And then top it off, like, I literally topped my weekend off doing this, chatting with you fine people on Movies and Beyond about horror, man. Our favorite freak genre out there, dude. Like, what's not to love?
Oh my god. Hell yeah, man. And Clayton from Ages of Film is just he's just gifted 10 Movies and Beyond memberships. Dude, Clayton. Thank you, my friend. You are the man, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you. God. You guys are making me feel stuff today, man. I'm telling you. Thank you so much. Damn. Let's see. Let me make sure that I'm getting everybody. Herbert West Understudy is in the chat saying, "Hello, I am here. What's going on? What is going on?
Are you more comfortable the closer I get, Michael? Is
Dude,
that more comfortable?
You're so small on my screen that it's just like it doesn't really do anything, for me.
I got you.
John is in the chat as well saying, "Hi, chat and host. What's going on, John? What is going on?"
God, what's happening, John?
If John's here, Kim isn't that far behind, and Kim is here as well. What's going on, Kim? I hope you're doing well.
Hell yeah. John, Kim, what's up? Good to see you guys.
Jeff is saying Kaylee is watching from her house. That's awesome. What's up, Kaylee?
Dude, that's so freaking awesome. Hello, Kaylee. What's up, girl? Good to see you on here. This is Mad Matt. I promise you.
All right. Trying to get everybody here. Let's see. Eric from the Bearded Entertainment is in the chat saying, "What's up, buddy? What's up, Eric? I hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you're doing well."
Dude, it's great to see. It's great to see you, Eric. And I gotta say again, man, I got a chance to just kick it with Eric for a little bit. We got to see the Godzilla Kong movie together, and dude, just thank you, dude, for it was such a good time to enjoy that movie with you. And he also was able to gift me a 3D printed Michael Myers. Like it's so badass. I'll try to put it on here next show. But I really appreciate that, Eric, and just thank you, dude. And it's great to see you always, man.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I'm trying to make sure that I got everybody. I don't want to miss anybody. It makes me feel bad if I miss anybody. God, you guys are going tonight. I love seeing that. I absolutely love seeing that.
I have a lot of hair, Michael. I have a lot of hair.
You do. You should shake it out. Just kind of give it
up.
Like there it is. There it is, man. Now you're working it.
Now I'm cousin it. Like, jeez.
If it was black, you could be Samara. You could stand there and it'd just be like in your face there. Let's see. Oh, holy shit. I think I got everybody. Holy shit! I got everybody. Look at me. We're only 30 minutes into the show, and I've managed to get through it. You guys are so freaking awesome. But what we are doing today, we're doing a bracket. I know you guys like the brackets, but we're doing top. Or you guys are going to suggest. Matt and I will get one pick, so there will be 14 empty spots because we are doing 16. 16 seemed to work out time wise for us very well. When we were doing 20, 25 before 24, it was taking us, pretty late doing those. But we do have 16 spots today. And what it is it's horror franchises. So it's like the franchise as a whole, not just like one movie from this franchise is better than all of that. No, we are looking at a franchise of the whole. So say you pick Friday the 13th, and it's going up against Texas Chainsaw Massacre, just throwing out movies like that. So which one was better as a whole? Like which one was more consistent? Which one could you watch more movies of and be, more invested as a whole? Not that there aren't better movies than each one, but it's going to be, up to the chat, to decide what movies we're putting in there. But Matt, we do have the first two picks up here. And I am going to go, with a movie that did very well, last week. And I'm going to go with the Conjuring franchise. That's a franchise I'm going to put in for my pick. I had it in there earlier, but we had technical difficulties earlier and I had to reset everything. So let me put in the Conjuring franchise. Now, when I do that, make sure that you guys are picking. Everybody's going to get one pick. Okay. So don't just throw out, 50 movies. I want everybody to have a chance, to pick a movie. So let's make sure that we're doing that. Matt, I will leave a spot for you for when you're ready to put yours in there. And I see that people have started throwing out their movies as of right now. Well, their franchises. So it looks like I have the Omen franchise. So I left yours blank, Matt. So whenever you pick the one that you want to pick, I'll go ahead and go back and put it in. We get Child's Play.
All right. Michael, let me tell you, dude. And I've said this before, but this one tops it. That was the most uncomfortable mask I've ever put on in my entire life. In my entire life. Like my eyes were hurting. My nose was smashed. I hope it looked kind of cool. I thought it did. I love the mask, but damn it, was that uncomfortable. So, dude, okay. I know you got to pick The Conjuring, which you son bitch.
It just puts it on the bracket.
I know. I'm gonna go with Hatchet, Michael. I'm gonna go with what I was talking about earlier. I'm gonna go with Hatchet.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's the best. I will say it was consistent.
It was consistent. I will give
in my opinion. Who wants to watch a halfway decent chop 'em up Friday the 13th knockoff? I'm down. Hatchet.
We got
Hatchet 2, Hatchet 3, Hatchet 5. Yeah. So I'll go with Hatchet, man.
Okay. Scream.
I like your opinion, Michael. What did you think of the Banshee? Like wicked, kind of average for what I come on here with, or what do you think? I like your opinion.
At first, I thought it was art with a wig on. That's what I thought.
It resembled art a little bit. Yeah. Anything else?
Is The Hills Have Eyes a franchise?
I
think that was just one movie, wasn't it? With a remake?
No, there was a 2.
All right, then I'll put it.
I just don't know if there was a 3. Does there only need to be 2 for it to be a franchise?
I don't know the rules. But we are full. We are full, and we have a good list. I'll be able to put this up and blow this up a little bit, but let me just name off the movies that I got out of the chat. Oh shit! Oh no, it's on there. We got it. Val said wrong turn for Jerry. So that's on there. We
Dude,
did
that is a franchise. That's
it's a franchise. So we have The Conjuring, we have Hatchet, The Omen, Child's Play, Sleepaway Camp, Children of the Corn, Evil Dead, Friday, Hellraiser, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Scream, Wrong Turn, TCM, The Purge, and The Hills Have Eyes. So that filled up very fast with you guys. So I think that we do have them all. At least we filled up the bracket. There's still people throwing stuff out there. I'm pretty happy with how fast I got everything. See, look at me. I'm going to toot my own horn at least once.
I'm just so glad that Jerry could have the, wrong turn.
It's got to be in there, man.
To start some shit. And dude, make no mistake, it's another consistent one. Make no mistake about it. Are there duds? Are there some that are a few that are phenomenal? Yeah, it's consistent.
I like the first one. I love
the first one. I can't even say I love the first one. I absolutely love it. It's it's got so much rewatchability.
Yeah. And for Patreon members, if you're not a Patreon member, you want to be, May's movie night, where we all get on and watch it together for Patreon members only, is going to be Wrong Turn. We took a vote. Jerry's movie won out on Patreon, so we will be watching Wrong Turn here at some point. For
Jerry's movie won, huh?
Jerry's movie won,
and no money changed hands.
No money, not that I'm aware of, because I couldn't vote. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I did not have the ability to vote.
I just thought I'd ask.
Okay, so now we're down to the shuffling. So right. Matt, pick a number between 5 and 10, and I will shuffle it that way.
Let's go with 8, my man.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right.
Remember the first time you did that? It was like a number from 5 to 10. I said 2.
Yeah, and I was like, again, from 5. That's 5. You have a choice: 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. Like there's 6 choices there. There's just
pay attention, choices. Matt.
All right. So let me get this set up. Let me get the poll set up here for our first one. Which franchise?
And I just want to, like, while you're doing that, Michael, I want to reiterate that, guys. It's not the 1 or 2 movies that you like love the best. It's like this entire franchise.
It's the franchise.
Who has most, consistent, even if they're average. I'd say if they have more like, mediocre films that you'd rather watch than the franchise that has one juggernaut that you love, but you could despise the rest of them. Like, it's got to be about consistency with that franchise.
Yeah, and I mean, for me, being a big Halloween fan, a big Friday fan, I got to be honest with you. I don't see them faring too well because they're like this, dude. You get a great one, you get a shit one. You get a great one, you get a shit one. You know what I mean? So the consistency in that franchise, or in those franchises, for me, are kind of like, there's a lot of things. Whether I love Friday? I do. But there are franchises on this list, in my opinion, that were way more consistently better. You know what I mean? As a whole. Not maybe movie by movie, but as a whole. So I'm definitely curious to see, where this goes. But I do have
keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind.
Yes. Thank you for saying that too. Because I definitely want to reiterate that. So we're not, again, it's not our favorite slasher or our favorite a paranormal person. It's the franchise itself. So
Michael, I'm not just reiterating that for the people, for myself,
for yourself.
Like,
yeah,
no, for real. Like,
I'm not putting Michael down. I'm definitely not doing that.
You got to stop and think. Yeah, you got to stop and think. Like, yeah, That's what this is about, and that's what makes it cool. It's a really cool bracket.
Yeah,
it's a really fun bracket.
it
But
is.
you gotta think outside the box a little bit.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So the first poll is up, and it is Hatchet versus Scream. So make sure you cast your votes. This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting.
It will, but I know I just got a gut feeling where it's gonna go.
Oh, I meant the tournament in general. Like I'm
Right,
excited
right.
about this.
Right. Can I go ahead and ask you, Michael, where you're at with this one?
Oh yeah, I love Hatchet, dude, but I'm going Scream. Scream just, dude, it for me, Scream as a whole was just so much more. To me, it was just a better franchise. You know, it's a more known for. Dude, Hatchet is kind of like one of those movies that it's just like, let's have a beer and watch Hatchet. You know what I mean? It's like I didn't watch Hatchet because I needed to know what happened next. You know, I wasn't like it didn't really pull me in. I watched it because, you know, it has Candyman in it, it has Jason in it, it has Freddy in it. You know, it's just like it's a damn good time. You know, but as a franchise, to me, if it was going up against some other things, you know, I would definitely have it win. But to go against Scream, I see Scream being a powerhouse. Even though I'm not the biggest Scream fan, and we all know that, I see it being a powerhouse in a franchise tournament. I do.
See, you're probably right, but in my opinion, I just don't see it. I'm actually going with Hatchet on this one. Now, and that's what's so cool, because I feel like this really tells the people out there what we are going for. There's not one single Hatchet that comes close to a pimple on the original Scream's ass. There's not one Hatchet to me that comes close to the original Scream. Now, in my humble opinion, when it comes to just consistency and just like decent films, because for me, and you know this, Michael, there's a ton of Screams I just could care less to watch, and there's not a lot of Hatchets that I could care less to watch. I'm down with all of them. So for me, it goes to Hatchet, man. It goes to Hatchet. But I want that to be known. Like, there's not one single Hatchet that comes close to the original Scream for me. But as a whole and consistent, I'm going with Hatchet. I am going with Hatchet, man.
You like what you like, man.
100%.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, like I said, I liked Hatchet. You know, I don't really rewatch it too much. I own all of them, but you know,
I probably do more than I should. It's not my favorite either, but it's got mediocre. It's got rewatchability, not to the highest level, like a Jason box set, but it's a go-to for me when I'm struggling to watch something. Where like Scream 2, 3, they are not a lot. I'm just not a big Scream guy. I know I take a lot of flack for that, and that's okay.
I'm not either. You know what I mean? But you gotta look at the franchise as a whole. Let's see. Hold
dangerous franchise. Like, don't mess with the Scream people. Yeah. I know that. You guys are serious, man.
Yeah. Yes. You were talking about the list and the whole list. We have Hatchet, Child's Play, Friday the 13th, The Purge, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Wrong Turn, The Omen, Nightmare on Elm Street, Hellraiser, The Conjuring, Sleepaway Camp, The Hills Have Eyes, Halloween, Evil Dead, Children of the Corn, and Scream. All right, so that's the list that we have to choose from tonight. I'm going to go ahead and close the poll at 4 minutes with 20 votes in. Make sure that you guys are getting your votes in, and I will end the poll, and it looks like with 21 votes in, Scream is going to win 71-29. Actually, is this going to...
That's actually not that bad for Hatchet. Like that's
It's not.
It's going up against something like Scream.
Yeah.
That's
Definitely.
not that bad. Like I thought I'd be like maybe the only one or have like one weird buddy. Like that's not bad.
That is not bad. So Scream will move on. I will end the poll here. And I will get the next one set up. And it looks like it's going to be Hellraiser versus A Nightmare on Elm Street.
God, man.
So we have Hellraiser, Nightmare on Elm Street. Starting the poll now. The poll is up. Get your votes in. Hellraiser as a franchise versus A Nightmare on Elm Street.
These are two franchises that have both been disrespected in a lot of ways, in my opinion. But kick it off, Michael. I'd love to hear what you have to say.
Going Nightmare on Elm Street with this one. There are a few of them I don't like, but with Hellraiser, it kind of went. It was more of a cliff for me after 2. And I just recently bought a couple of the Hellraisers too to complete my collection, and I'm still too short. But that's
have you got a chance to
with me collecting? I watched
Inferno. Did you get a chance to watch any of them?
Well, I've seen them before. But I watched Inferno the other day. Well, let me be honest. I half watched Inferno the other day, yesterday. Okay. I was watching it and I forgot the Canelo fight was on last night. So I ended up watching the Canelo fight, and UFC was on last night too. So I did watch that as well. Let's see. Hey Clayton, I'm out on this one. I've only seen the first Hellraiser, but Freddy is one of my boys, though. I hear you. Val is saying,
Clayton, we got to talk about that, man. I got a couple Hellraisers. I'd like you to see.
Rails after 3. I thought it went off the rails after 2, Val. I really did. Maybe I'll go back and watch 3 again, but I don't know.
All I can say to everyone out there, and for what it's worth, do not underestimate Hellraiser 4 Bloodline. Hellraiser 4 Bloodline. Just check it out. In my opinion, it's one of those ones that went under the radar. I think it's very good, but yeah, I'm not saying the franchise is phenomenal. I'm not, but check out Bloodline.
Let's see. Russell saying Hellraiser 3 is his favorite. That's awesome. A lot of different. So which way are you going with this one, Matt?
I actually love this matchup. Because you guys know where I am with, Nightmare on Elm Street. I've said it till I'm blue in the face that, I don't love it as a franchise, but it didn't take the nosedive that Hellraiser took. It just didn't. Hellraiser started to be these movies where they just threw like some cop investigating type of movie in there and just threw Pinhead in for 2 seconds and slapped Hellraiser on the title. Like it got stupid weird, like where they just weren't trying at all to make it an actual Hellraiser movie about Cenobites and what we all come to love about, Hellraiser. And I'm going Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah. And it's a movie I also think took a nosedive, but just not as bad as Hellraiser. Yeah. Hellraiser for me, I don't even like part 2 all that well. I'm weird with it. I think I like 3 and 4 the best. The original's okay, but there's not a lot of, I'm all about character. There's not a whole, you get to see Pinhead and Doug Bradley for like what, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's that franchise is a mess, man. Now, what I want to say about it, just real quick, the movie that went straight to Hulu.
I liked it.
I did too.
I liked it too. I'm not gonna lie, I did.
I did too. It breathed a little bit of light into the Hellraiser franchise, if you ask me. So I have some high, not super high hopes, but maybe we'll make something out of that. But I gotta go Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, me as well. See, Nanette's here. What's up, Nanette? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, so kind of let's see. We are 4 minutes in, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the poll. What 21 votes? Nightmare on Elm Street is going to win 81-19. We'll go ahead and end the poll there. Let's put this in. So A Nightmare on Elm Street moves on. The next one we're gonna have, it looks like, will be Texas Chainsaw Massacre versus The Hills Have Eyes. Did it better. TCM. The Hills Have Eyes.
I feel like there's just not enough of The Hills Have Eyes to really give TCM a run for their money. You guys know, Michael, I'm a huge fan of The Hills Have Eyes remake. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I told you I tried to watch the original. Shortly after I became such a big fan of that remake, I tried to watch the original. Couldn't even get through it. I hate to say that, like, because I know it's just older and you got to take it for what it's worth. But for whatever reason, man, I just wasn't digging it. For me, Michael, it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah,
because that one's got its flaws, it's got its bad ones. But it's just got too many.
I feel like if The Hills Have Eyes kept going, they could have just made it like Wrong Turn. You know what I mean? Like they're very similar to me in my head.
They are.
You know what I mean? Like they really feel that. Like I really feel like they're just so similar. Now I see the subtle differences, location, things like that, but they're very similar. At least in my mind, they are definitely.
I agree.
One of the comments I see up here that made me laugh. Lydia said, "Pick your murder hillbillies." Like, yeah, that's. I guess that's why.
For real.
Yeah. But I'm going TCM for this one as well. I'm definitely going TCM. And there's not a lot that in my mind, because I'm not a huge TCM fan either. Like I dig the original. I dig the remake. Hell, I even like the prequel to the remake. You know what I mean? Yeah. But for the rest of them, I just was like, like some of them for me are god awful.
Now, where do you? This is a good question I'd like to ask you, Michael, because I don't know.
Yeah.
For what it is, for like a fun comedy, because people love this for what it is. Texas Chainsaw 2, like, what do you feel about that? Like, do you like the comedy aspect of it, like where they went with it?
No.
Could you take it or leave it?
No. I see why it has the cult following it has, because of the type of movie it is. Because of the type of movie it is. But I feel like a movie that had the impact that Texas Chainsaw had on the slashers should have been taken more seriously. You know what I mean?
We may have never agreed more, Michael.
We may have never literally agreed more. The cover of that is a copy of The Breakfast Club. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, you know what? We scared the shit out of you in 1974. Now we're gonna make you laugh. You know what I mean? And it's just like, man, I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I understand why people going back are like, hey, it's fun. It is fun. But it literally, when we did that Texas Chainsaw Massacre ranking last year, and I went through and watched every single Texas Chainsaw Massacre to refresh myself, Texas Chainsaw 2, those two guys at the beginning, I have never wanted two people to unalive themselves more than those two people at the beginning of that movie, those kids in the car on the phone. I've never cheered more for them to no longer be with us than those characters. And then you get into Leatherface wanting a girlfriend and, you know, putting the chainsaw up to his junk and swinging it around. It's like I had more questions than anything else. It's like, what are we doing? You're supposed to be scary. And Chop Top's like bitch checking him in the whole time. And it's just like, that's not what I want from a slasher king. You know what I mean?
Michael, I love what you're saying, man, because this one it's very, very in depth. And I'm going to say a few things without going like, you know, just too in depth with just Texas 2. But I love what you're saying. And you said two key words that I'm going to get to. But first off, like, I do understand where the people who really enjoy horror comedy, where they love this film. I get it. Bill Moseley is a beast. Like, just stop. He's a beast. Bill Moseley as Chop Top was freaking phenomenal. So if you're into the whole like horror comedy, this movie is just an absolute juggernaut for you. But what you said, Michael, the biggest point you made is that Texas Chainsaw, the original from 1974, it was just not the movie to go off of for a sequel to be such a slapstick, off the wall comedy. You know, like if it was its own thing and you had, you know, Chop Top doing his thing and all that stuff, that'd be awesome. It just wasn't the movie. I mean, you said it best, man, that I wanted that to happen for. Like, what Texas did for us in, you know, 74, it frightened people, man. And yeah, I would much rather have seen them just continue from that. Like, yeah. But then, like, where I'm going with that is because it is a really well made horror comedy. It is. You know, it's got Bill Moseley. It's got all those aspects. Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm the same way, dude. And I'm not the biggest horror comedy guy. It's weird that it wasn't like the fourth installment or the
fourth, fifth, sixth.
That would have made more sense.
Yes.
But just the very sequel of this iconic, like, groundbreaking horror film to be so slapstick it was weird. It was wild. But yeah,
I agree.
It is what it is.
So TCM did win that 79-21, and we are moving on, and we have Halloween versus The Purge. The poll is up. Cast your votes now. Halloween or The Purge. Now, when you get into like, I don't think that. Let me rewind that, and I don't want to stay on TCM because we're on two new movies, but don't get me wrong. I appreciate a great horror comedy when I know that that's what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like, if it was later and they're like, okay, we're going to play around with this. Like, you know, we said a few minutes ago, like Tucker and Dale, dude. I could watch Tucker and Dale versus Evil once a week for the rest of my life and be perfectly fine doing that. You know,
same here.
I could watch Shaun of the Dead because I know what I'm going into with that. So yeah, man, like it's and I'm not knocking anybody that loves it. You know, you like what you like. It's just, for me, I guess it's the age that I am. I was just more disappointed than anything else, you know, and it causes me to look for things, you know, to justify
Michael?
that disappointment.
It's crazy that came out so fast. Like I said, if it was Texas 5 or 6 and they just said, let's go bonkers, like,
yep,
you know, okay, I get it. But the sequel to that, to be what it was, it's a little weird, man. Like,
yeah.
But dude, don't talk to some people about that. They'll freaking kill you, dude. They love that movie, dude.
And there's nothing wrong with that, man, whatsoever.
There's not. It's a very good horror comedy. A very good horror comedy.
Yeah.
But it's still strange to me that it's just the sequel to the OG. Like, it's just, yeah, like it and they had to even be thinking like, this is a risk. They had to be thinking like, they're not going to know how people are going to take this. Let's take this serious movie that terrified people. Let's make the poster The Breakfast Club. Let's have Leatherface doing sexual gestures with a chainsaw and shit. Let's see where that goes, guys. Like, dude, how do you even push that? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I guess they just had a different agenda. Like seriously. Let's see. So we are on The Purge versus Halloween. Let's see what everybody's saying so far. I'm definitely going, you know how I feel about Halloween, but I'm definitely going Halloween on this one. I really like the original Purge, but they kind of just fell off for me, you know, a little less for 2. I don't even think I've seen all of them at this point with those. So where do you feel on Halloween versus the Purge?
So I have seen all the Purge films. I've seen the Purge TV series. And I like it all.
Yeah.
I like it all. I enjoy it for what it is. It's a fun go-to for me, you know, but dude, I'm a Michael fan. I'm a Michael fanatic, dude. I'm a Michael nut. I love Michael, dude. And it's not a film like The Purge or anything that's gonna overshadow my my Halloween love. And the Halloween for even me has its down moments. But there's not a whole lot. A lot of them I can still watch, even some that people hate. So it's overkill for Halloween for me. But I just wanted to say I do enjoy the Purge films. I even thought the series was decent. They're a very fun watch, and I want to say they're very consistent. Like if this was like the Purge versus like Hatchet or something,
yeah,
I'd really have to really like dig deep and do some thinking.
Right.
Because for me they're very consistent. You know what you're getting. They're fun. But damn it, I love Halloween, dude. I'm going Halloween.
Oh yeah.
You know.
About to wrap that one up. Peter Anthony is in the building saying, hello, my peeps. What's up, Peter? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. And he's also saying that Friday the 13th versus Evil Dead right out the gate. Damn. I know, man. I know. That's a tough one. That is definitely a tough one. Let's see. John is saying I went Purge because how often do we talk Purge? We talk Halloween every week.
Yeah, but John, that's not really what that's about. What we talk about more. Is it, John? It's about what is a better franchise, man.
Yeah.
Reach back, John. What's a better franchise, man? You know, we're talking Purge now. We're talking Hatchet. We're talking some other things. Can't go with something just because think we've talked about the other too much. What's the better franchise?
Let's see. Also, this next one, I'm feeling a certain way about this one, you know, because we're looking at the consistency of the franchise, right?
Yeah.
And Halloween did beat the Purge 79-21. And the next two on the list, and I'm setting up the poll to vote now. We have which franchise did it better? Friday the 13th versus Evil Dead. Now we're looking at consistency of good movies and which, as an entire franchise, did it better. And I'm going to have to think about this one because this one's actually tough for me because Friday does have its ups and downs. You know what I mean? And Evil Dead it's pretty consistent. And then you look at,
I would love to give you some time, Michael.
Yeah.
And chat it up if that helps you.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely need. What about you for Friday the 13th and Evil Dead?
I'm going Friday the 13th. I mean, for me, it's not even close. Not even close. There's very few Friday the 13th that I could care less to watch. There's very few. And there's very few Evil Deads that I absolutely love. So they're very night and day for me. There's literally out of the Friday the 13th franchise, I could care less to watch Jason Goes to Hell. And that's about it, man. That is about it. And that's the only one that I just could care less to watch. Any of the others that you bring up, they might not be my favorite.
Yeah.
But I'm okay to watch. Evil Dead was just never really my jam. Now I respect it for what it's done.
Mm-hmm.
For the horror genre and everything. I absolutely respect it. And I actually got a feeling that it's like on its way up. Like I really enjoyed Evil Dead Rise.
Yep.
I really enjoyed the Evil Dead remake.
Love the remake. I really love the remake. Yes.
I did too. And even like the OG and stuff, for what they did, I respect them. I have no hate against that franchise. I'm simply saying it's just not 100% my go-to, my jam.
Yeah.
Is all I'm saying. But the last few they've brought out, I'm starting to kind of turn that way. I'll even say, but dude, Friday the 13th for me is just, dude, he is just a notch behind Michael for me. Like, and I've talked about that. So yeah, for me, it's a no brainer. It's Friday the 13th, like all day long.
For me, I see it both ways, right? I see how consistent Evil Dead was, but at the same time, Friday is very consistent for me as well, considering that Jason Goes to Hell is probably the one that I just don't watch. But that's out of a box set of how many movies? 12? You know what I mean? Like, that's a lot, dude. That's a lot of freaking movies that kept my attention. I could watch 1, I could watch 2, I could watch 3, I could watch 4. I can even watch 5, like I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it's not horrible. As a movie, it's not horrible. 6 was a B, 7 was a B, 8 was, it was okay. Jason X was great. Love the remake. So just on sheer numbers, Evil Dead, I don't want to penalize it for having less because they made, I enjoy all the Evil Dead movies. But I will go with Friday because of that. I think they did great through the run that they had. You know what I mean? Like Evil Dead has what? How many movies? How many Evil Dead movies are there? 5 altogether? 6?
I actually don't even know.
So I got to go with Jason on this one, and not saying Jason the character, but as the Friday the 13th series as a whole, I think did great. I don't think it has the best movies, but at the same time, it doesn't have the worst movies. I think that Friday is pretty, it's like a slope, man. You don't have that big gap between, like,
dude,
what they do here, what didn't they do here.
Yeah, you even know with me, man, the consistency of Friday the 13th, it always gives myself it gives Halloween, my favorite franchise, just a big run for their money, dude. Because I love busting out that you got me, Michael. Thank you.
Yeah,
you got me that badass Friday the 13th box set for Christmas, I believe. And dude, I love it. It's one of the best box sets ever.
It is the best Friday box set. And I'm referring to the Scream Factory box set. That shit is just, it's fantastic.
And like, granted, Jason Goes to Hell's gonna have a lot of dust on it after a while, but like, dude,
it'll be the cleanest disc that I have because it never comes out of the case.
Yeah. I'm gonna use the restroom. Michael,
go ahead.
Keep doing your thing, and dude, this is so much fun.
Hell yeah, man. Go ahead. All right, so Friday did edge it out 59-41. I left the poll up for 5 minutes. It had 22 votes. So it is moving on. The next one is going to be extremely tough for me because I have a sentimental attachment to one of these. And at the same time, I don't want to let Jerry down. So let me go ahead and end this poll. and I will go ahead and put up the poll for the next one. Which franchise did it better? We have Sleepaway Camp versus Wrong Turn. Now this is as a franchise, okay? This is a franchise that we're looking at here. By no means, I love the first Wrong Turn. Let me just start with that. All right, I love the first Wrong Turn, but I'm sorry to say, Sleepaway Camp. I can't help it. Sleepaway Camp 2 is one of my favorite B movie slashers like ever. So I'm going with Sleepaway Camp on this one, and I'll probably be in the minority with Sleepaway Camp, and that's fine. But I got to keep it real. I do. Wrong Turn. I love the first one. I think that the first Wrong Turn was better than all the Sleepaway Camp movies. I do. But after the first one, for me, it just, it just went literally down a hill. So Sleepaway Camp, I can't help it. I love Sleepaway Camp. Let me catch up on the chat. I've fallen a little bit behind, and let's see what you guys are talking about. Let's see. Michelle Guzman is saying Wrong Turn in all caps. Tim is still capping on Amityville. You're really trying to bring that one back, Tim. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. Russell saying, I enjoyed the Friday the 13th TV series. It was its own thing. You know what? In all honesty, Russell, I'll tell you the 100% truth with that. I watched it when it came out as a kid. I was mad that Jason was not in it. I watched a few episodes and I never really went back to it. I remember the premise, what it was about. They had to shop with the cursed objects and things like that. But I don't think that I ever got away from it being called Friday the 13th with not one single cameo of Jason Voorhees or anything that the Friday movies had to do. And for what I understand, and I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure they use that title just to pull people in to watch this show. And I never went back. Being older now and understanding that he's not in it, it might be something I may go back and take a look at some point. But I'm glad you liked it, man. That's cool. Lydia's saying, I guess I'm going to have to go with Wrong Turn because I haven't seen a single Sleepaway Camp yet. Okay. Nanette said, I picked Sleepaway Camp. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Russell said Sleepaway Camp 2 is my favorite too, Michael. It's so ridiculous, Russell. It is. And I understand it's ridiculous, but I love it anyway. Michelle is saying, I have a childhood history with Sleepaway Camp. My bestie and I always got together when Wrong Turn came out for movie nights. Hell yeah. That's freaking awesome. Sarah said, I'm still sad the Purge got upset at Halloween. The Purge is so consistent. It could have held its own against some of these other franchises. I hear you. Val is saying Sleepaway Camp is just pure 80s fun, campy, fun to watch. Yeah, it is. Herbert is saying, I voted Sleepaway Camp. That's what I'm talking about. Nanette is saying, I don't like the Wrong Turn movies except for the first one, but I love watching all the Sleepaway Camp movies. And that's basically what it came down to for me. There isn't a lot of Wrong Turn. Like I think I have through 5. I think we talked about that. I wasn't sure if I owned all of them. And 1 definitely gets played way more than, the other ones. Matter of fact, I don't think the other ones even have a mark on them. Russell is saying it was cursed objects and paranormal. Yes, I remember they had to shop and everything was, I do remember that. And I do know that one of the characters from that show was in Jason Goes to Hell. So it's just kind of like, all right. Val is saying, Sarah, I actually voted for the Purge because of that reason. And you know what? That's kind of what we're doing here. Let's see. What did I miss? I think I missed something. Matt, I'm about to pull this one down. We have Wrong Turn franchise versus Sleepaway Camp.
Okay.
Which one do you think, which franchise as a whole did it better?
Wrong Turn versus Sleepaway Camp. Ah. I'm not the best to answer this one.
I
I've
got you.
yet to see Sleepaway Camp 2.
Oh God, that's one of
3.
my favorites.
Yeah, man, and I know that you've been telling me to see that. I'm going, dude, I love Wrong Turn. I love Wrong Turn. The original is, and I know it's not like like the best, but dude, for me, it has so much rewatchability. I'm like right there with Jerry on Wrong Turn, dude. It's probably in my it's in my top 10 of all time. Like of all time. I absolutely love it.
So
So
that the entire franchise is like you think that like the franchise
no,
was consistent,
no.
but then
The
again,
franchise is not in my top 10, but it beats out Sleepaway Camp. So I'm going with Wrong Turn.
okay, all right, cool. Sleepaway Camp did lose to Wrong Turn 60-40. So Wrong Turn moves on. I know somewhere right now Jerry has thrown a fist in the air with approval. So we will go ahead and move on. Which franchise did it better? We have The Omen versus The Conjuring. And the poll is up. Kind of tough for me to do this. I was just talking to someone about this today too. I need to catch up on The Omen. It's been so long for me. I'm a huge fan of The Conjuring. And odds are I probably would pick The Conjuring, but it's not I don't feel comfortable saying that I'd go one way or the other just because The Omen is so far back for me. I can tell you what I remember about The Omen. I remember the kid, Damien. I remember him being possessed. I remember him being at the zoo and the animals running away from him, stuff like that. But as a whole, it's something I definitely need to go back to before I feel comfortable in saying like I like this better than this for sure.
Michael, I love you, but I really don't think that you do. I know how you feel about The Conjuring, dude. And if any movie that you haven't really seen as much that's going to compare with The Conjuring, it's not going to be The Omen. What The Omen was always for me, even as a little kid, man, when I was like just tired of renting Nightmare on Elm Streets or something, I would try to go to like The Omen or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it just never really worked out or really did a whole lot for me. I hear what you're saying, Michael, but I don't think the more you watch them or get to know them, they're gonna even come close to like your love for The Conjuring. And so from my perspective, I've just never been a big Omen person. Like I want to see the new one that came out. I know it's got a lot of good positive feedback. But we're talking The Conjuring, guys. We're talking The Conjuring. The Omen is not in my opinion. It's not even in the same category. I love the Annabelles. I love the Nun. Both of them. A lot more than a lot of you guys do, and that's okay. But it's Conjuring all day long, all day long. And I'm hoping, like with this new one, that I know it's got good publicity and it's got some pretty good ratings. I'm hoping it's good. But to compare it with the Conjuring franchise is blasphemy, if you ask me. So yeah, I'm going Conjuring all day long.
All right. Yeah, like I said, man, more than likely, because you know how I feel about The Conjuring, it probably would be. But again, if I haven't seen something, I'm just not, I just don't want to say for sure I know this, so it's definitely something I have to go back and watch. Clear, more than likely, I would probably say The Conjuring. But then again, who knows, man? Maybe it'll surprise me because it's been years since I've seen The Omen. I mean, years since I've seen The Omen, for sure. But we'll give this another minute, man. I've left all these up for 4 minutes before we get into this one. And the next two coming up will finish the first round, and we will move on to the next. So, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. These are so much fun, and I love seeing the engagement in the chat here with all of these. Like, everybody's definitely has their opinion, and that's what we want here. We want a whole bunch of people with different opinions to come here together to speak on their movies. That's so freaking awesome. It is.
Yeah, and like I didn't mean to like step on your toes there, like Michael, like with you saying that you want to check out the Omen and stuff. I know where you're going with that, but my thing was I don't see that overshadowing at all where you stand with the Conjuring franchise.
Probably not.
Like,
More than
that's all I was saying. That's all I was saying, man. And even if they bust out one Juggernaut, say they do, they still need to beat out the original Conjuring, Conjuring 2, Annabelle Creations. Like they just got a lot to make up to take over that franchise. Like, and I just don't think it's going to happen, man.
Yeah, could be.
But I absolutely, Michael, I loved that. I want to go see this new one that's coming out. That it's called like The First Omen.
Yes,
I love that it's getting really good reviews and stuff, and I want to check it out.
Me too.
For the longest time, it was just never a go-to for me.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I definitely want to check it out as well. The Conjuring is moving on, but I definitely want to rewatch The Omen before I do, because I'm always afraid there's going to be something I'm gonna miss. You know what I mean? Like when I'm not current on something. Like before I watched Exorcist Believer, I rewatched The Exorcist. I wanted to see, to make sure I didn't miss anything. Which franchise did it better?
Well, you can come watch. You can come visit your boy and watch The Exorcist anytime, dude. I'm always down for that.
Oh, good. I watched The Exorcist twice this year. The original. All right.
You have to go to work, Matt, but we're watching The Exorcist.
It's The Exorcist. So our next matchup is Children of the Corn versus Child's Play.
Ooh.
Yeah. As a franchise, I gotta go Chucky. I do for this one. As a entire franchise, really like the first Children of the Corn, but I think overall, I think I would go Child's Play. Chucky. Oh, but there was some stinky ones in there too, man. Whew. What about you? Children of the Corn.
I was just gonna say, are you gonna ask me?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Michael. Looking through this list like that we've gone through, aren't there a whole lot that you wish were put up against other films? Like, because some of them could really be tough. It's Child's Play, dude. And I love if you're talking like the original Children of the Corn and the original Child's Play, both of those are just beast for me. They're beast, dude. I'm a huge Stephen King fan. I love his storytelling. He makes Children of the Corn so eerie, so creepy.
Yeah.
But you start talking like, and I started trying to like, even as a younger kid, I started trying to watch like the later ones they were busting out, like Children of the Corn, 666, and there's all this stuff. And it just got weird, man. It's like I don't know. Child's Play is just, I've got to say, without going on a rant, much more consistent. I go with Child's Play, man. Just no disrespect to Children of the Corn, like the original, Stephen King. He's a freaking god, dude. When it comes to horror, he's a god. He knows how to tell a story, and I fear like when he passes, man, we're really gonna be missing a hell of a horror storyteller.
Yeah.
We really are. But for franchise sake, man, I'm going Child's Play.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. That's freaking awesome. And let's see how much time we have left. We got about another minute left on the poll. So we'll catch up with some of the comments here. Oh, a lot of people going in that direction. Definitely going in that direction with Child's Play. But I'll tell you what, man, the first Children of the Corn was freaking awesome. First Children of the Corn was freaking awesome.
Dude, it was. And it was creepy, dude. It was, dude. Yeah, Malachi. That was my Myers Back to Hell mask, by the way. That thing was freaking insane. But love Stephen King, dude. And will we ever get a mind like that? No. No.
No.
We won't,
No. No.
I mean, dude, that's a mind that comes along once in a.
Yeah, I mean,
he got under your skin with what feared you the most, like, and he didn't need blood and guts to always do it and stuff like that. Like, dude, he ate at your core. Like, I love Stephen King. I love Stephen King.
Hells yeah. All right, man. We are moving on. We are in round 2. We are in round 2, and the first two to jump up on round 2 is a Wes Craven double feature. We are going Nightmare on Elm Street versus Scream. Which franchise did it better? And the poll is up. Well, from a consistency standpoint, I hate to say it, but I have to go Scream with this one. Again, not the biggest Scream fan. We all know that.
Really?
But if I look at this and I say Freddy's Dead, what is the Freddy's Dead of Scream? There is no Freddy's Dead. It's like Nightmare 5. What is the Nightmare 5 of Scream? There is no Nightmare 5 of Scream. That alone right there, it just tells me that Scream is a better franchise. In my mind, the way my mind thinks. Not to say that that's fact. That's just how I feel about the franchise. So definitely going Scream on this one. This is an easy one for me. So going Scream.
Are you going to me now?
And you good? Well, you're the only other person on here. And you good, sir? How do you feel?
Shit, I got the hiccups. I'm sorry. Whoa.
He said this one hurting.
The
hiccups.
I hear what you're saying. I'm going to go ahead and agree. And it's close. It's close. But I heard what you said. I know where I stand with both franchises. And you made just too many damn good points. I don't like when you first said, like, where's the Freddy's Dead and stuff. My mind went to Scream 2. Well, it's Scream 2. I I know a lot of you guys like Scream 2. That's fine. I just never saw what everybody else saw. But at the same time, it's not Freddy's Dead dumb. Michael, without you going first, I think we could have sat here for a long time.
That's just how I feel about it, though.
No, but for real, and you know me, I don't just go with what you're saying and say, okay, that's okay or whatever. I speak my mind and stuff. But yeah, I'd say as far as consistency and everything goes, for me, both franchises have, some great movies and some, whatever. I'm gonna jump on Chip with you, man. I agree. Scream.
Yeah. Now I like Freddy better. You know what I mean? But that's not the question for tonight. You know what I mean?
Same.
I do.
I like Freddy.
I love Freddy.
I like Freddy better as well. I like Freddy better than a lot of franchises that I would put myself above Freddy's franchise. The look of Freddy, and you know how I love the look and the character. Dude, he's like top 4 for me. Like the dude, he's amazing as far as like look. So yeah. But I'm with you, man. I'll go with Scream.
I'm telling you what. We may have both gone with Scream. But unfortunately for us, the live chat did not agree. And Nightmare on Elm Street will be winning 57-43.
And that's so fucking impressive. I'm sorry, but those are the franchises, man.
Yeah.
That you just don't know what's going to happen. When you start talking Halloween, Scream, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, you don't know what's going to happen, dude.
You don't. I'll tell you the truth. Honest to God truth. When we started this poll, I figured Scream would be in the finals. I did. I was like, you know what? Consistently as a franchise, even if you're not a Scream fan, you have to say, they did it consistent. But apparently, you know what I mean? The live chat disagrees, and I definitely welcome that. I definitely welcome that here. It's freaking awesome. All right, let me get the poll up for the next one that we have here. Which franchise did it better? We have TCM versus Halloween. And the poll is up. Peter Anthony donates $1.99 saying, where is Roseblood in the bracket? LOL, great show, dude. You already know. Thank you, Peter. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. Thank you. Well, for these two, you already know where I'm gonna go for this. I just kind of I you know how I feel about Halloween. There are a lot of them I don't like. And I love Halloween. I do. I love Halloween, but there's more Texas that I didn't like than Halloween. So I have to go with Halloween on this one. Both of these franchises have some shitters. They do. And right now I'm pinning Resurrection up against the Texas 4 in my mind. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I gotta go with Halloween. I do. Carpenter 78 is my favorite slasher movie of all time. I love TCM, the remake, but it doesn't come down to that. It just comes down to the franchise as a whole. Yeah. It does. So that's the direction I'm gonna go with that for sure. Let's see. You know where you're going on this one yet?
With TCM and Halloween?
Yeah.
Halloween.
All All right.
Halloween. I'm still, even Michael with running the booth that sells, nothing but horror and stuff. There's times where I still just go back and I'm just still baffled. When I first was a young kid, and my peers, like in school and stuff, I couldn't go and talk to them really about Michael Myers and shit. They didn't give a shit. They didn't care. So when I was like obsessed watching those movies back then, I literally thought I was a little bit weird. Like I didn't care because I obviously just kept watching them because they but it wasn't like I could watch like Halloween 5, go to school the next day and just have everybody talking about it with me. Nobody, no, it just didn't happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It didn't happen that way. So I just always thought like, I was this, weird random kid who liked these films and stuff. So I just like to go back to that and realize that, okay, I wasn't the only one. And even now it feels like even more so it's on this like rise. More and more people are loving it. But it's cool. But that's how I always looked at it for the longest time, man. Yeah. That, nobody else likes this shit but me.
I remember being a kid and having arguments on the playground of who would win fights. Like we talk, I would always bring Jason into the mix, dude. Like it was always Jason for me. And when you're young enough, not a lot of the kids knew who Jason was because their parents wouldn't let, them watch it. And I think I've told this story before on the show, but I remember being in a debate with someone and who would win in a fight between Jason and Spawn, right? And this is something I remember as a kid. I remember having this debate. And no, Spawn or kill Jason, this and that. Could never prove anything until Savini Jason came out. And then I was like, I'm like 42 when I hear about Savini Jason for the first time. And tell me why I didn't have that moment. That moment when I saw that and I was like, I knew that motherfucker beat Spawn from an argument I had like 6th grade. You know what I mean? Like literally the only person I ever thought that could beat Jason was Superman in my mind at that age as a kid. You know what I mean? Like that was the only person I thought that could beat Jason. But it's so funny. Fast forward 30 some odd years later, and I felt justified in an argument that made no difference in my life whatsoever.
It is funny though, but I'm jealous, man, because honestly, Michael, I don't really remember anybody like growing up that I could have really talked to.
Yeah, but I am a little
about
older,
my horror character.
I am a little older, and like that's what we did in the 80s was slashers. Like it was slasher every weekend. It was whose house we spend the night at. We're gonna go to the video store and we're gonna freaking, we're watching.
I wonder why it is that I felt like, because it's not like that. There was other kids watching it. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I missed out on them. Yeah, I don't know.
Go ahead.
It wasn't until I met another kid I thought was weird who watched them, but by no means was it mainstream. By no means was it mainstream.
So Halloween did win that one. And it will be moving on. And it won 83-17. And now we are on Friday the 13th versus Wrong Turn. And the poll is up. The poll is up. Let's see here. Dominic St. Clair is in the chat saying, hey, what's up, Dominic? What is up? Oh, Melissa said, just never poll Halloween versus Halloween. Michelle was like, Halloween wins. Moving on.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, and speaking of which, real fast, if you haven't seen Roseblood, go over to Peter Anthony's site or his channel. Watch Roseblood. You won't be disappointed, especially if you're a Friday the 13th fan. That movie's freaking fantastic. Go over and check that out if you haven't. All right. We got the next one up, man. Wrong Turn and Friday the 13th. I will let you go on this one. We already know where I'm going.
We already know where I'm going. We already know where I'm going. I love Wrong Turn, but it's a stepchild to Friday the 13th. It's a redheaded stepchild, man. It's fun. But dude, and I even think not just does Friday the 13th have some bangers. In my opinion, it's extremely consistent. It's extremely consistent. We could talk all day. All day that we don't really care for, like, Jason Goes to Hell and whatnot. But when you're talking about like one or two movies out of 13 or whatever,
yeah,
that's still consistent, dude. That's still consistent. And like you said, I'm right there with you. I can watch the original, dude. Pamela is stupid good. Yeah. So what? Jason isn't in it. She's still freaking amazing. I love 2, Sackhead Jason. I love 3 3's my favorite when he first gets the dude.
Yeah,
it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer for me. Friday the 13th. Wrong Turn has like for me it's a hatchet, like if you just have some friends over. Now I love the original, but aside from that, the rest of the franchise is just something like if you want to watch just some dumb hillbilly shit, have some beers and it's a good time. But dude, it's no Friday the 13th. It's game over, man.
Hell yeah.
Game over, man.
Hell yeah. And I mean, it's kind of shown. We have 1 minute left on the poll, and it's 91% to 9 with 22 votes in. If you haven't voted yet, make sure you get your votes in there for sure.
What's Jerry's vote?
Well, I'm thinking Jerry might be the 9. I don't want to assume. I don't want to assume.
Is he being honest?
I don't want to assume. But I mean, Jerry is throwing out faces, and I'm not the only one thinking it. You know what I mean? Like, Jerry, I love you, buddy. I do. I do. You're my guy. But, oh, good God. This is a tough one. This is definitely a tough one. Sorry, Jerry. I'm going to go ahead and call it. This is a 91 to 9. Moving on. 4 minutes. Now we have The Conjuring versus Child's Play. Let me go ahead and end that one. Which franchise did it better? The Conjuring.
Now, see, that's one of my only 2 tops.
Yeah.
I'm a Conjuring nut.
Yeah, I am too. I am too.
Right. But even more so than you, because I look at, I love those nuns as much as I love the Conjurings.
Yeah, it wasn't big on the nuns, but the OG Conjuring, I put that for me, top 5 horror movies of all time.
I can't stop watching even the nun movies. I don't know what it is, Michael. Yeah. And then I can't stop watching the Conjurings. I'm a Conjuring fanatic. So yeah. I love it. I love people picking Child's Play because I know Child's Play has a nasty following.
It does.
There you go, another Child's Play. The original Child's Play is phenomenal. And then Bride of Chucky, dude. I think Curse is phenomenal. But I'm a Conjuring fanatic. And I don't know what it is, dude. They did something right. Because even their weakest link, in my opinion, their weakest link is The Conjuring 3. And I can still turn that on almost any time.
Yeah.
Dude,
this I'm curious to see where this goes.
Same, dude. Same.
Yeah.
And the Nun, like, just keep giving me that Nun and the atmosphere and the dude. I'm down, dude. Something about it.
I'll tell you what, man. Like, me not liking the Nun movies has nothing to do with how I feel about the Nun, the character. The Nun in The Conjuring 2 was freaking killing it, dude. Valak, The Conjuring 2 is what made me love Valak as a character. You know what I mean? I was the way they used her. Dude, you look at The Conjuring 2 and she's standing in that hallway and the little girl's like, "Mom, who is that?" And she goes walking into the room. Vera Farmiga's character goes in there. She's not there. And that shadow comes through that painting and that painting comes running forward. Come on, bro. It doesn't get much better than that. It's so good. So good. Oh my God. I love it. I love it. I love it. Clayton saying Conjuring 2 is my favorite of the franchise, but thanks to Annabelle trilogy, I don't mess with dolls anymore. I hear you. Val is saying Conjuring is my favorite paranormal franchise. 2 is just kick ass.
It is. It is.
Russell is saying Conjuring 4 better bring it.
He's right. They do need to bring it because as good as they are, 3 was obviously their weakest link. And say it wasn't a Conjuring film, guys, and it was its own movie, I feel like we'd be saying that this is a pretty good movie. I really do. It's just not compared to what we had. So 4 does need to bring it. I agree. I agree.
And Peter brings a good point up too. The Conjuring created 2 other franchises and a universe just off of a movie. And that's incredible. It is. It is. That's freaking awesome. Sarah's saying I've only seen the first Conjuring. Yeah, you should watch the second one.
Oh, Sarah, you gotta get on that. You gotta get on that. Start with the Conjuring 2 and then branch off to your Annabelles and stuff.
Yeah, Michelle's saying dolls suck. Chucky is funny though. Yeah, I agree. I don't really, especially when we do them Paranormal Fridays, man. And I think the ones with the dolls are some of the creepiest ones, man. There was one that we watched on a Friday where this monkey doll, its eyes moved and looked over at the person opening the box. Dude, that still haunts my nightmares. I'm not even going to lie about that. Something about dolls, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. Melissa's saying I like Annabelle better than The Conjuring.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
I actually when I think about it really, really hard, Annabelle Creations, I love it so much, guys. It's right up there with any Conjuring, if you ask me. I just love Annabelle Creations.
And The Conjuring's going to move on 62-38. And we are down to the final 4. Peter saying I took pics with the real movie Annabelle doll 3 weeks ago and met the Warren's daughter too. That's awesome. That is freaking awesome.
That is awesome. Wait, what was that poll count?
The poll count for The Conjuring, 62-38.
Not bad for Child's Play.
Not bad at all.
Bad. Okay.
Not bad at all. Here we go, you guys. A Nightmare on Elm Street versus Halloween. Who did the franchise better? Now we're looking at this as a franchise as a whole. All right. Who did it? Which franchise did it better?
Not even close. Not even close.
All right. The poll is up. Cast your votes. I might surprise people on this one.
For me, Michael, not even
Yeah.
close. Halloween.
All right.
There's just
As a whole.
Oh yeah. I've not forgotten our agenda here and what we're talking about. Absolutely, as a whole. There's just very few Halloweens that I don't like, and there's probably more than half of the Nightmare on Elm Streets that I could care less to watch. So, yeah, for me, it's a no-brainer. It's Halloween.
I'm going Nightmare. I think that there are more bad Halloween movies than there are Nightmare movies. And I do think that that's the truth. In me, the way that I, see them. I think that there's the movies are just.
I'm shocked right now. But
that's not me saying that I like Nightmare better than Halloween. I'm just saying,
I know.
I look at Halloween 3. I look at Halloween 5. I look at Halloween 6. I look at Resurrection. I look at Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. I look at Halloween Ends. That's 6 bad movies in my brain in one franchise. 6. So Nightmare, no, dude. Like, yes, Freddy's Dead. Atrocious. The remake. Atrocious. Nightmare 5. Atrocious. But that's 3 bad movies. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get down with all of those. Freddy's Dead, or Dylan, or I almost said Dylan's New Nightmare. Wes Craven's New Nightmare. I can get down with that, man. There's just more. In my opinion, there's just more bad Halloween movies. So the franchise as a whole, they pumped out some shit just to get Michael out there. And in doing so, to me, that cheapens the franchise. So again, I'm not saying that Freddy Krueger is a better character than Michael Myers, which is a debatable topic, but I don't think so. I just think that it's true. It is true. Like, there's less bad Nightmare movies than there is Halloween, and that's how I feel. Yeah, truth, 100%. That's how I feel.
I didn't know where you were going to go with that one.
Yeah.
This is going to be. I think it's going to be very interesting. Because like where I sit with Nightmare on Elm Street, I know I've never been like the popular opinion, for sure.
And don't get me wrong, I love Halloween. I do.
How many are there for each, Michael? If you could answer that.
Halloween has 13.
13?
Yes.
Okay.
Nightmare on Elm Street. We got to include the remake. What is that?
Yeah.
8
and Versus, right?
8 and Versus. Yeah.
Okay.
So 9. Yeah.
Okay. So it's 9 against 13. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's like I was like waiting.
Yeah. Everybody's like, this is a Michael channel. How could you say that about Michael? No, I do. Like, I feel like there are more bad Halloween movies than there are good ones.
Let's just hear from I just want to hear from the Shape. I just want to hear from
the Shape himself.
Where are you, James? Are you asleep?
James couldn't even comment. He's like he said Freddy will be stuck on the wall like Bob.
There's the Shape.
Yes.
Yes, there's the Shape.
Russell throws a $2 super chat saying Michael Myers is coming for you, Michael. I'm ready, man. I am ready.
That's awesome. Keep it going, Michael. I'm going to use the restroom again one more time.
All right.
I'll be back.
Yep. All right. Let me read my hate mail real quick. I'll do that. Let's see. Oh, I got to keep going back. Jesus. Val is saying, "Oh, Michael, we have some words later. I expect nothing less." Let's see. Jeff D'Angelo is saying, "I'm gonna have to go with Halloween." Tim is saying, "Halloween 3 is awesome. Damn it." Michelle is saying we are no longer friends, Michael. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Clayton is saying, love me some Freddy. Love Nightmare 4 and Freddy versus Jason. Can hoop, but come on, that's Halloween. Yeah, I know. It's unfortunate. Like I blame the franchise for doing what they did. That's their fault. I do think that. Dominic is saying Nightmare on Elm Street 5 is a lot of fun. I was not a fan of that one. Not a fan of that one. Melissa's saying it is the boogeyman. As a matter of fact, it was. Let's see. Peter is saying he cut us deep, Michelle. I'll just tell the truth. I'm just telling the truth. James is saying Michael Myers is supreme. Melissa saying what? Do I need to put a wild card next to my name though? Do I? Let's see. Ages of Film is saying Freddy's dead. That's what that movie should be. Peter Anthony has taken me off of his Christmas list. That's unfortunate. Let's see. Nanette is saying, I'm with you, Michael. Thanks, Nanette. I appreciate that. Michelle is saying coal. That's all I get for Christmas is coal. Let's see. Tim says, Michael has a point, though. I actually don't dislike any Nightmare on Elm Streets, even though Freddy versus Jason and Freddy's dead. It's just, you know what? It's just how I feel about those, you know? And believe me, if you're asking me, would I rather watch Nightmare on Elm Street or would I rather watch Halloween? I'm picking Halloween every time. I'm looking at this as a franchise, like the whole thing. Tim said, Matt, drinking too much or getting too old or both. Peter donates $1.99 and says, can I get a refund on my super chat? Damn Nightmare on Elm Street. I'll have my mods write you a receipt, Peter. I will. Thanks, man. I appreciate the support, buddy. I do. All right, let's see. So I will end this poll. This has been up for a long time. Halloween does win 64 to 34. So let's go ahead and put this in. 34, 64. So Halloween does move on. Oh, Matt's back. Bring Matt back up here. We'll do that. I just read my hate mail while you were gone. It was fantastic. But our next Halloween did win. So moving on with our next poll, we have
Michael. Only very beloved people get hate mail.
Yeah,
just want you to know that.
It's any press is good press, right? Didn't somebody tell me that once?
Only very beloved people get hate mail.
We did it best. Oh, I said better, not best. I'll put that at the end. Friday the 13th versus The Conjuring. All right. And the poll is up. Curious to see where this one will go. We know that, you know, the channel kind of is geared towards the slashers, but at the same time, it's fine. It's fine. We'll see how it goes.
This is a hard one, man.
It's very. I was going to defer to you because I need a minute. But it seems like that's a lost cause at this point. Dude, I got to look at consistency with it. You know what I mean? Like,
go ahead, because I feel like you're more ready to talk about it than I am.
God, I love Jason, dude. But at the same time, you know, I honestly, I need a minute, dude. I really can't, because
if I was in your head, I don't want to answer this for you, but I feel like
I won't let you. That ain't happening.
I know, but I feel like I could. I feel like I'm not going to do it, but I feel like I know the route you're going to take, because it just makes too much sense. Do you want me to go ahead and go?
Yeah, go for it, man. Second? Because I'm working this out.
All right.
You thought you were ready.
I'm going Friday the 13th.
All right.
Okay. And the reason why is some bitch if I don't love that franchise. I just do, guys. I really do. I
I do
love
too.
the Conjuring. I love the Conjuring franchise as well. I do. And you guys know I like it all around. I like Annabelle's. I like the Nuns. I like the Conjuring films. But where it comes down to is they don't have that I guess where I've been watching the Friday the 13th for a long time, dude, and they've got that sentimental value. They've got that.
You do.
They've got more to choose from that like if you're going to say, if I want to invite some friends over and, let's just tear into some movies, I'm going to go for that Friday the 13th box set.
Great box set.
Before The Conjuring. It's just what I'm going to do.
You're talking about
and what?
Dude,
what?
I mentioned this earlier. The Conjuring is top 5 horror movie. It is in the top 5 horror movies for me of all time. It might even be in the top 3. Like, it's there, man. Like, James Wan, to me, laid it down, dude. And The Conjuring 2 didn't drop off that much for me. It didn't. It's like he went from one banger to the next. And it's just that's
2
what's
better
tough,
than the original.
And some people do, man. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can see why. But man,
dude, if you're talking about, but if you're talking about listen, Michael.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about overcoming Friday the 13th 4, 3, 7, 2.
Where's The Conjuring's Jason Goes to Hell, though?
Conjuring 3.
I would rather watch The Conjuring 3 than Jason Goes to Hell.
I would too, but if I had to answer, Michael, okay.
Right. But that's the way that,
if I had but it's not enough bad ones for them having 13 freaking movies, dude. It's not enough. Mm-hmm. It's not enough. They're overpowering. They're overpowering The Conjuring, dude. Mm-hmm. They're overpowering The Conjuring. Ooh. I'm telling you, dude. 6, 5, dude. So what? There's no Jason. Look at the kill count and everything. The remake is fantastic. You got Freddy versus dude. I'm sorry. I love The Conjuring, guys, but it's Friday the 13th.
It's Friday the 13th did win 80-20. So it is moving on.
80-20?
Yeah, it did. It did. But just for fun, I was gonna go The Conjuring. I was. Yeah. And I told you that at the shop yesterday.
Don't do it for fun, though.
Going far. Well, it doesn't matter at this point because it's lost. You know what I mean? Just for fun.
But don't do it for
fun. For fun, I'm telling you.
Guns.
For fun, I'm telling you because it doesn't matter, right? It's just dude. This is the hardest one for me because you're looking at my favorite slasher franchise. My favorite slasher person, versus one of my favorite horror movies of all time. So this to me was just it really came down to there being no Jason Goes to Hell version of The Conjuring, because like Halloween, they pump some bullshit out just to pump some bullshit out. You know what I mean? And that's something that was very consistent with a lot of those slasher movies. Hey, this last one made some money. Let's just throw some shit out there. People will go see it anyway. It doesn't matter about, how good it is or stuff like that.
I want you to own this this Jason statue that I have. Like, dude, that would look so good behind you. That sideshow part 3 Jason.
Yeah.
Oh God.
All right, and we are where.
If I win the lottery, dude, I will get you one. I promise you that.
Let's
I
see.
promise you.
So at this point, which franchise did it best? Friday the 13th versus Halloween for the finals. This is it. The poll is up, and we are. Let me just zoom this back just a little bit to make sure I didn't miss anything.
That is so freaking cool. I'm so glad they're the finals and it's not some janky ass, prissy ass shit. I'm so glad they're I'm happy to go first.
Yeah, go for it.
Halloween, man. Halloween. Dude, I love both these franchises, guys. You know that. And Jason is only just a fraction of a second of a millisecond behind Michael for me. But I just love my Michael. I love my Halloween movies, man. So it's Michael by a thin ass hair, dude. And that's where I'll always be, unless, things could change, down the road. They start bringing back some really cool Jason stuff and start really slacking on the Michael stuff. It could change.
Yeah.
Because that's how close Jason is for me. But for right now, I'm a Michael guy, dude.
I mean, again, looking at the franchise, I don't need to repeat what got me hate mail last time, but to me, there's way worse Halloween movies. Yeah, there are way worse Halloween movies than there are Friday movies. There are, and I see in the chat, Michael, like, I love Michael, and that's, what I mean? Like, yeah, Michael's awesome, but when you look at the movies, you look at what you like, and I always say you like what you like, but when you look at the consistency of the franchise, I think that Friday does it probably the best out of those, because there are, so many Halloweens that I don't like. The idea of Michael, John Carpenter's vision of Michael, I absolutely love it, and then it just goes to shit. Like when you go to 5, 6, Resurrection, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, ends. It's just like, I can't. Like when I think of bad Friday movies, I think of 8, and I think of Jason Goes to Hell. And then you could even lump 5 in there, but I don't think a lot of people would agree with me on that. There's a lot of bad Halloween movies. So when we talk about consistency of a franchise, you know what I mean? I have to go with Friday the 13th when it comes to that, because I think that they made, as a whole, better movies than Halloween did. And, that's exactly what, we were asking, here was which franchise did it better? Not saying which killer did it better, who has the better movie, who has the worst movie, just as a law of average, to where it's like, yes, I liked more movies in this franchise than I did this one. So that's why I pick Friday the 13th.
And there were so many in this in these brackets that I would have loved to have pitted against each other. That would have been like, we would have had to have really, really thought about it, like if you start talking like Children of the Corn and Hills Have Eyes, not having people go up against juggernauts, like, yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah. For sure.
All right, let's see where the poll's at. How much time? And Halloween is going to win 72-28. And Halloween will win the bracket for the best franchise in horror.
I'm shocked. I am shocked.
So Halloween.
Michael, are you shocked with those numbers?
Totally.
I am too, dude.
But,
I am too.
At the end, maybe not. because
Dude, I'm shocked.
the amount of Michael's my boy I saw in chat. You know what I mean? Like that's I get it. You know what I mean? Like again, you're always welcome here to like what you like. And the live chat likes, Halloween.
Dude, I get that. I get that. And I love Michael. But this is what this is what I want to happen, Michael. And I know you do too. Yeah. I'm not saying that I ever want, let's bring back our boy, dude. We gotta bring back our boy. Because even me, I want Jason to be closer to Michael than that. And a big part of that, Michael, it could be that we're just not seeing him lately, dude. It could be that we're not seeing him lately. And what's fresh in people's mind, goes a long way.
Hell yeah,
dude,
man.
Let's bring him back, dude. Like, it should not be that far off, in my opinion. And I even agree with this, but it shouldn't be that far off, dude.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome.
You
so you wanted to do some you wanted to show some Mad Matt stuff?
Dude, I would absolutely love to. We have some really, really killer stuff coming out.
While you do that, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. But I love showing you guys some of the newer stuff. And I'll have Lydia hand me some of this stuff. One thing I want to show you guys right off the rip is, if you're a Stranger Things fan, we have this brand new, guys, Vecna bust that is gonna have the signature from the guy who played Vecna. But I want to show you guys this. Look at this guy. He is like, look at that. Look at that. And this is all hand sculpted, from this. It's not 3D printed or anything. It's all hand sculpted. Vecna from Stranger Things. And we've got a base that's going to come with him. And it's like a wooden base that's going to have, but yeah, man, like this guy, the artist is like, look at the detail on that. It's insane. Can I see that base that has his autograph? If you don't mind. So yeah, we're gonna actually post him up on this wooden base that has his autograph on there. This is all stuff that's going to be available, guys. So yeah, and then his name, so that's Jamie Campbell Bower, who played Vecna. So we got his autograph right there on this badass. Yeah, there's the right way to do it. On this badass wooden stand. It's got the tree and everything. So we're gonna put that bust. We're gonna put a pole in it and have that bust around this base. So that's gonna be coming to the shop very soon, guys. And another really big thing that we have coming is a lot of supernatural stuff. So if you guys are into supernatural, we have a lot of really cool supernatural stuff coming on. One of the things is this right here. So this is Sam and Baby, the Funko Pop. And we're going to have this available signed by none other than Jared Padalecki from Supernatural. So that's the pop. It's got, Sam and Baby. we'll have that signed by Jared Padalecki.
Sweet.
That, yeah, dude. Like, and there's a whole lot more. One of the other things, and this is all, dude. A lot of this is, mom and dad. They're gonna go and they're gonna meet these people, and then Dean, who is played by Jensen Ackles. We're gonna have his freaking Funko, like that right there.
I love how baby's in both of them.
Yeah, dude. So right there, we're gonna have this bad boy, signed by Jensen, all freaking available. Like, and guys, we price everything like very affordable. We'll do our thing. But it'll all be certified. And then if you guys like Crowley, dude, if you're a fan of the franchise, you like Crowley, we've got Crowley's Pop right here. And this will actually be signed by him as well. And I know there's a lot of people who like their Funkos and stuff, and they like their Supernatural. So we'll have that one signed by Crowley. And then some of my favorite pieces, dude, because I love badass pieces signed by, the actual character. And if you follow Supernatural, the Angel Blade, dude, the freaking Angel Blade. So we got a couple Angel Blades. And this one right here will be signed by Castiel. And this is like, dude, it's like the real deal. Like, this thing is heavy as shit. It comes on its own plaque. I think we're actually going to have him sign right here on the base that holds it.
Mm.
But dude, this thing is heavy. It's like the real deal. So we're going to have Castiel on there. And then I think we just got one other thing for you guys, which is the Cult. They have the Cult, and we're going to have this bad boy signed by both Sam and Dean. So it's going to be a badass piece, but like it's heavy, dude. But like, check that out. That's like the dagger, the Cult.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. So that is going to be signed by both Sam and Dean. I know I suck at showing.
If you could get Jeffrey Dean on there too, woo!
Dude, yeah, I'll tell him to try. But yeah, there's the Cult with the dagger. Can you guys see that? Okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's super cool, but it's like a shadow box. And it's super freaking heavy. But yeah, that's going to be signed by both of them. Thank you so much, Lydia, for handing those to me. But we're happy to bring that stuff to you guys. And that is all. That is all. Mad Mom, Mad Dad. They're going to that. They're going to that convention, and they want to just like. They're not keeping any of it for themselves, dude. They have all these autographs they're going to grab. And they're going to bring it all to the shop, available to where I'm sure if you got it anywhere else, it'd be a whole lot more expensive. But all that's coming, guys. And thank you for letting me show that, Michael.
Yeah.
We're super excited. And when I get that Vecna all the way set out, we'll have some pictures of that Vecna on his bust. On our Facebook website, so check out that stuff, guys. Dude, Michael, dude, for me, honestly, to end my week, doing it, I've said it time and time again, dude. There's no better way. I've had a phenomenal weekend. I hope you guys have as well. But to end it talking with you guys and doing this, it's I wouldn't have it any other way. But yeah, thank you for letting me share that stuff, Michael.
Yeah, dude.
And if that's anything that you guys want, honestly, I want you guys to get first crack at any of it. So reach out to me, and I'll make that happen. Like,
Yeah, Jerry's
for
got
sure.
your link in the chat too, so
But
people can go over to Facebook and reach out to you for stuff like that.
for real, like,
but Nanette
you
was
guys are,
asking if she could
yeah.
ask you a question, so I'm sure she has something. Nanette, just go ahead and type your question in the chat here.
Yeah,
And Matt will be able
absolutely.
to. And
But
while
seriously,
we're
if you guys
go ahead.
go ahead, Michael. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, seriously, if you guys want any of that stuff, like I freaking love you guys, and if you want first crack at it, let me know, like, right now. And I'd much rather it go to you amazing people in this chat, than anybody else. So, Michael and they have my information and stuff. So yeah, let me know, and we'll make it happen. I'll hold it for you. I don't care. So
Hell yeah. And I just wanted to shame you people in the chat. I'm going to shame you. I see people talking about Stranger Things being boring. Look,
Really?
I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna do the old Matumbo. Be like, no, I disagree. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do.
Are you talking about NBA Matumbo?
Yeah, you remember him when he was like,
oh yeah, dude.
Nanette is asking, would you be willing to set up a payment plan where I could pay over time?
That's actually what I do. And I would absolutely, absolutely. Like, I mean it, guys. I mean it. If there's something that you want, I love this channel, man. Michael knows, dude, that I'm a freaking, I'm true to my people. And yeah, absolutely. I would actually give my personal number out, and you can get a hold of me if you would like to do that. But I would love something that I show on here to go to you guys before anybody else. So absolutely. Just let me know what it is, and we can do that. And I do payment plans, absolutely. So yeah.
That's cool shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what I should do there, Michael. Like, should I put my
no. Don't do that. Don't put the number out here. If you reach out to him, Nanette, on Facebook, and hit his link, you could talk to him there, and then you guys can exchange numbers there. Definitely don't want to put any phone numbers on a show, for sure, especially to be seen, out on the internet with, don't do that.
Yeah, reach out to me on Facebook, and and we'll make sure it happens for sure.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah, man. Great show tonight. I had so much fun with this. Like, I had a great time doing this tonight. And there'll be more to come like this, man. I always love, and I do my best to keep up with chat. I see a lot of, the stuff, and I try to get as much of it up on screen as I possibly can. But looking at the banter back and forth, I absolutely freaking love it. I absolutely love the banter in the chat. You guys are freaking killing me. Like, it's so good. It's so good. I should almost do a show where I just put the chat up there and just let you guys go. You know what I mean? Just let them go, and that'll be the show. Like, talk about.
He only brought me on for the banter. He was like, "This guy sees everything in the dumbest way ever. I've got to get him on here just for the banter." Like,
look, man. Yeah. Here's the thing, too. You can pick a million shows on YouTube where two people sit there and agree on everything. And it's just like, you only get one that way. When you have two people up here that don't agree on shit, like, you get to hear two different perspectives. And then, that, to me, that's more entertaining. Just my opinion, of course. But to me, that's fun. You know what I mean?
Michael,
like,
we probably went to sleep that first time that you invited me, into your hotel room. Like, that's how we became buddies, at that convention. We probably went to sleep arguing over shit. Like,
totally. Scare fest. Hell yeah, man.
Dude, I love it. But you're right. You're right.
So many stories, dude, and maybe we'll talk about that one time. Like, we could do a show about conventions we've gone to and just tell stories about them, and things that happened to us while we were there, or things that happened to you, things that happened to me. Not so much of like really like who we met or what we did, but just the stories that came along. And the first, the story that I think of the most, dude, was you telling me to take that picture. And that's all I'm gonna say for now, in case we ever want to talk about that. That was freaking hilarious. I mean, absolutely freaking hilarious. I'll never forget that, man. I'll never forget that. And the way that lady looked at me, it wasn't even disappointment. It was more like, I will punch you in the face if you take that picture. Like it was so freaking funny.
It was also like, do you think I'm that stupid? Like, do you think I'm that?
She just looked at me and went like this. She went just slow. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like it just things like that, man. It's so good. It's so good. But everybody else in the live chat, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Tonight was an absolute blast, and I can't wait to do it again next Sunday night. There will be no Monday show tomorrow. I should be on Eric the Bearded Entertainment's channel on Tuesday, and then I will be back for Paranormal Friday. I'm thinking the following week we'll do another watch party, possibly Halloween 2018. That was kind of requested when we did the watch party for 78. So I'll look into putting something together like that. But Matt, unless you have anything else that you want to talk about before we get out of here.
I don't, man. I don't. It was a blast, man. And you just got me thinking about a lot of stories, dude. So yeah, all that'll come to light. But yeah, thank you for having me as always. Thank you for allowing, me to show some of the stuff that we got coming up from Mad Matt's Mask, man, because we're super excited about that stuff, guys. And we put a lot of work into that. So it's great to have somewhere to show some of that stuff, but love you guys, man. I can't wait to be on here next Sunday. Michael, you're doing great things, bro.
Thank you.
Keep it up, dude. Yeah. And I'll be back, man.
All right.
As long as you guys will have me, I'll be back.
All right, man. That sounds good. I will see you guys next time.
Toodaloo, motherfuckers.
Toodaloo, motherfucker. Hey.